lovely Monday morning. As you can tell, there's still snow on the ground. We're headed back to our place in Magness this morning. Gonna see if we can get us another squirrel. We've got a few more weeks this month to go, and squirrel season go out for a few months. And as I said in a few of the other videos, we'll just try and thin them down and put a mess of squirrels on the table and hopefully get a good crop of fruit and nuts this year. We'll keep you updated on today's adventure. We saw a squirrel a while ago out of this tree. Their lower limb that kind of curves back around here in this tree. We shot it out yet, but I'm going to show you a common problem that happens a lot to squirrel hunters hunting all these creeks and stuff here in just a few minutes. I was going to show you we found some droppings of that squirrel's blood a little bit ago, but now I'm not finding it. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Dropping of that squirrel's blood right there. What happens on this these creeks, if you don't hit the squirrel just right, it's liable to find a tree with hollow areas. That squirrel, whenever it fell out of this tree, it came to the ground, it jumped up on this tree. It was wobbling pretty bad, the squirrel was, but it is now inside the hollow tree. We've been sitting watching the tree for a while thinking, you know, maybe something will happen, but it's hard to say what happened to it inside this hollow tree. Bad thing is, whenever you see a squirrel and it gets inside a hollow tree, most of the time the only way to get the squirrel out of the hollow tree is go get a chainsaw, and we ain't got a chainsaw with us right now. You know, because of people, the way people has done buying up shells and stuff because of ignorance. Only kind of shells we can find to squirrel hunt with is bird shots, and that's been leading to a problem for us all year this year. And unless you just hit the squirrel just right with a bird shot, you're risking this happening. Okay, we have finally got a squirrel on the ground. We switched locations. We are still shooting out of the same tree though, but we just switched locations of where we're sitting and finally got one and got him on the ground. Which, by the way, today we're using a 20 gauge single shot. We're gonna go over here and pick up our squirrel that we got. Give us a few minutes. Head over here and pick up this squirrel. Landed over here close to that hollow tree that we lost the other squirrel in after we shot it. But we're pretty certain this one's on the ground. We'll have to go down here and find him. Just if we find him, we'll get back with you. As you can tell, we did get the squirrel. He's a little gray squirrel that we got. Actually had to answer a phone call when he showed up in front of us. We put the phone down and we ended up nailing the squirrel. This is we may have lost one inside this hollow tree, but we still got one. So, not a bad day yet. And there we have it. We got our squirrel retrieved. And this one didn't end up inside of a hollow tree. Alright, we haven't seen another squirrel or heard another one in a while now, so it's getting well close to the 10 o'clock area, so we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. Another reason we're trying to thin these squirrels down, we got a bird feeder over here. Every time we fill it up, it's pretty much wiped out overnight. The squirrels is pretty much wiping it out from the birds. And like I said, we got this fruit and nut orchard on the place that, every time it gets close to time to harvest apples or peaches, most usually the fruit gets wiped out before we can ever even get any fruit out of it. So we'll try to thin these squirrels down and see if we can't keep a good crop of fruit. Like I said before, we got a few more weeks of this month. Then on the 28th of this month, squirrel season ends. It ends for about 2 months, then comes back in May. So once it ends, we'll go ahead and quit hunting them. Then in May we'll start seeing if we can't get us a few more come May. But like I say, we do have a few more weekends that we can hunt them out here, so we're gonna keep working on them until it ends, until the hunting season ends, and hopefully we can get them thinned down enough that we can keep a crop of fruit. Until next time, my name's Michael, and we'll catch you next time.